Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are back on Crafty survivors and we are here in our village, but what I'm actually going to be showing you is we've been playing a little bit. As you can see, we have unlocked the next level, the forest. We're not going to be playing on that. What I'm going to be doing today is showing you the Seamstress as well as the boss fight for the Grasslands. Now, one, we haven't shown the Seamstress just yet, so we're playing Sewvia the Seamstress. Quite funny, Sewvia, as she sews, but we're not going to be using her sewing just too much. Obviously, we have to play them a little bit differently. Now, each character obviously has a different style. She's throwing yarn balls, and she has 3 dashes. So really cool. You can get more than 3 dashes, and as you dash, you leave this tethered sewing needle in the ground, and it tethers itself to you, and you can get a skill that electrifies that. But we don't like those skills. We are going to be grabbing the bouncing yarn, and we are going to be throwing a huge yarn at the enemies. Now, the way that the bouncing yarn works is it actually bounces towards the enemies that are around you. It doesn't just bounce in any direction. It does change direction based on the enemies and their positioning, and therefore you can go and kill them. Now, we are going to be grabbing ourselves cutting excellence, just because we will be going for this I don't even remember what the skill's called, but we're going to grab cutting excellence. What that does is it actually breaks the tether and deals damage to enemies. But I will reread it now for everyone, just so that we know exactly what it does. So what it does is you summon the giant scissors. The scissors follow you. They attack 2 times. If the attack hits a thread, it will deal 200% damage to all enemies touching the thread. So very nice little skill over there. And we are then going to actually... What shall we go for here? I guess we're going to go for cutting excellence again. There's nothing else we really want there, and that will just help us deal a little bit of extra damage. So the point here is to kind of get your threads in the right place. I'm not too great at doing that, but it's fine. We are then going to obviously increase our yarn ball, which is our auto attack, to the next level, which means that it bounces an additional time. And then we are going to keep going for, let's say, a yarn, bouncing yarn. It bounces an extra time, so that's fantastic. And we dealt 200% damage to everything there. I'm still looking for the upgrade that allows me to grab the other skill. We did grab our rolling yarn. What it does is throw out the yarn thread towards the enemies, dealing damage, and then it reels back in, hitting enemies again. So really nice little skill over there. Very good for just hitting things in general. Alright, I accidentally got hit over there. I did think I was dodging, but obviously I wasn't. Alright, smack things with the scissors. That's fantastic. There is a cooldown on the dashes. You do have to try and use all of them. So you do want to make sure that you use all the dashes up. Otherwise, what happens is when you they don't go on cooldown as fast. So use up all of your dashes, or 4 of them in this case, and we got our reaping cloth. So it actually gives us a chance of healing 1 heart when you defeat an enemy. So very nice for possible lifesteal. So we do grab that, and then obviously the higher the level, the more times you are able to, or the more times the skill goes off. Now, I like to leave my skills on automatically. It's just less for me to think about when I am playing the game, as well as the fact that WASD is to move. I don't really want to use all the other buttons for anything else. We're going to decrease all cooldowns by 5% over there, which is fantastic. We got ourselves some melee monsters over here that bash their heads. Very nice that they've got telegraphed attacks. What that means is we will see their attack before it lands. The big boss does have it as well, and in the top right corner you can see we need to defeat 500 enemies, and then the big boss spawns, which is a pretty good. Not too many bosses there, I would say. It's a pretty healthy amount. and not too difficult to get to either. You could probably do it with any character, any build with that character. So we now have got a elite fight who we accidentally got hit by because we just like that. I'm going to be hoping that our reaping cloth can heal us because, you know, we are getting hit a lot over here and that's not good at all. Get some levels here. We can upgrade our weapons and skill damage by an additional 10%. That's just good. That means more damage overall for absolutely everything. And who doesn't want more damage? I don't know why I didn't hit that one because that's not a dodge. Right. Now it's on cooldown. So we're going to go there. An additional attack before it disappears. That's perfect. The elite is down, so let's see what he leveled up for us. He leveled up Cutting Excellence, which now increases the damage as well as causes bleed, which is fantastic. Bleeding is more damage, and who doesn't want to bleed opponents? So we did actually, or we were lucky enough to get some life from our Reaping Cloth. As you can see, we were on 1 life, we're now on 2. I do believe it was from Reaping Cloth. But again, we didn't really get the chance to see much. So again, I'm not really looking at what's on the floor. I'm looking at what are, you know, trying to survive. So it could have been from just a normal heart enemy sort of thing. But I didn't see it, so I won't know. Alright, these little guys move very fast. We got caught in a tree there. That is terrible for us. So we lost another heart, but luckily the big boss is actually, you know, pretty basic in terms of what he does. He doesn't have anything fancy to kind of kill you really quickly or anything like that. He does have a jump, so you do need to just keep your dodge for when he does that attack. But otherwise, you know, his attacks are pretty easy to dodge. And we just got to be wary of what he does, otherwise you can die to him. So hopefully we don't, because that will make for a very bad video. And we don't want to die. Anyway, we want to get a whole lot of upgrades. Alright, I think farming the boss is probably one of the best things you can do in the game to get resources from the first or from the Grasslands. Because every time you beat him, and it's only 500 enemies to defeat, every time you beat him, he drops 300 of each resource. So definitely a good thing to do is to just fight him. There's his big jump, you just wait for the circle and then you jump. So we are dealing so much damage with our swords or scissors. It's actually not funny. He drops some and goo on the floor, which you can easily dodge. He has tentacles that he spawns, which are easily dodged, so not bad over there. Very simple, very easy to do. We should actually dodge a couple of times just so that we are dealing more damage to him, but I'm scared or a bit worried about his jump attack because, you know, they don't really tell you when it's happening, it just happens and you can die from it. So we don't really want to needlessly use our waste, so our scissors won't be doing 200% damage because we need to worry about him using that dodge attack. So as you can see, pretty easy fight. This is all the boss does. It is the first boss. We do have to find out what the boss for the next stage might be. He could be even harder. But as a first boss, pretty simple. Very nice mechanics that he gets. And it's very nice to have to just, you know, dodge and kill them. It would be nice if they had a life bar, some of the enemies, so you knew when they were going to die. But nonetheless, very, very great. Very, very fun. And we get 300 of everything and 1 of the tentacles. And that was that. So really, really nice to do. Very easy to make money, to get, you know, resources. So you can see we're on 2,500 cotton. We do need to, though, farm for a lot more wood and stone. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The video was there to show you the boss stage. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.